the man suddenly stood in front of the target. He boldly claimed he would catch the bullet with his mouth. His wife became nervous immediately, because she had never seen this performance before. However, after the gunshot, Houdini remained unharmed. He even had the bullet between his teeth. The king had never seen such a performance. He couldn't help but stand up and cheer, but he would never have guessed. The principle behind it was so simple. Just a small magnet could easily pull out the bullet, while removing the ramrod. Yet this simple trick once again increased Houdini's value significantly. Soon he was invited to perform for the Tsar's family. This time he would demonstrate his divine power. Everyone was shocked after hearing this. Only the minister smiled with contempt. Then he asked everyone to write their wishes on paper, and let the little princess randomly pick one. But when he opened the note, he remembered he couldn't read Russian, so he had to ask the queen to translate for him. Someone wished for the Kremlin bells to ring again, but this wish seemed like an impossible dream, because the Kremlin bells hadn't rung for hundreds of years. Not only had the bell ropes rotted away, but even the stone stairs leading up were completely damaged. Yet Houdini was full of confidence. He walked to the window, letting everyone see the great bell in the distance. Then he took out a handkerchief. In front of everyone, he transformed it into a miniature bell rope. He beckoned the little princess to come forward, wanting her to ring the bell herself. Each time the princess pulled the rope, the distant bell would ring once. The bell sound was melodious, echoing throughout the Kremlin. The royal family members all knelt down reverently. Even the minister was deeply impressed. But this wasn't divine power at all. The secret was just a sniper rifle. When the princess pulled the rope, the assistant would pull the trigger aiming at the bell, and that wish note was just pre-written by Houdini and hidden in his hand. Through this, Houdini became a world-famous magician, finally fulfilling his childhood promise to his mother, converting all the coins he gave his mother into gold ones. But he would never have expected everything he had worked so hard for would vanish overnight. At this time, comedy master Chaplin emerged. No one was interested in his magic shows anymore, but Houdini wasn't willing to give up. He accidentally noticed the ice cubes in his glass. Suddenly he had an inspiration. He decided to leave the grand stage he had fought so hard to achieve, and bring magic back to the streets. So despite his wife's protests, he resolutely stood on the high bridge dozens of meters tall, and he finally got what he wanted. Thousands of people came to watch his performance. However, what awaited him was the possibility of losing his life. He jumped into the freezing river, quickly removed the key from under his feet, unlocked the chains on his body one by one. Things went much more smoothly than expected, but when he looked up again, he couldn't find the exit. He had forgotten to consider the river's current. The predetermined time had already passed, yet there was still no movement on the water's surface. His wife was extremely worried. She wished she could see through the thick ice, but Houdini had already stopped struggling. Life memories began flashing before his eyes. At the moment near death, he actually saw his mother showing him the way. Finally, he managed to escape successfully. Houdini once again became the focus of worldwide attention.